Hi there, I'm Roux. Welcome to my video. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, my subscriber-onies. Today I have delicious stories for you guys, all sent in by you guys. Exciting! And the stories are Scamming for Free Labor, Old Biddies, Can Lady Temper Tantrum, and Flubber Fake Friends. Now before we begin, I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm going to try to censor my bad words. Not because I think they are bad words, but because, monetization and, YouTube guidelines. So, bear with me. I'm going to try to be as creative as I can. Hopefully you'll enjoy it nonetheless. But as always, before we begin, this video's shout out goes to Trey Knapp. With your comment, you make my weekends. Please, please, never stop. Alrighty then, I won't. Your wish is my command. Scamming for Free Labor, sent in by Lulama. Okay, so for some context, I am an artist by trade and voice actor for fun. This guy, let's call him John, messaged me on a voice acting forum and had me audition for his cartoon story. Which is all fine and dandy. He had me join the crew, so on and so forth. We voice called on Discord and he found out I was an artist. I told him I'd help him with the drawings when I could because I like to see small creators do their thing. But I was very specific to say I didn't want to be a regular. I just wanted to help the project. So I stayed on for about a week, maybe 2, and did about 6 drawings. The thing is, I'm in my senior year of high school and in the last few weeks, so I don't have a ton of time to do these drawings for John for free. I have my own projects and things to do, but he would message me about 3 times a day asking me about progress. I would always tell him I'd do what I could when I could. From what I picked up from his servers, John had approximately 5 artists that I know of come and go from his project because they were dramatic and unfit for the project. Which sent up some minor red flags, but I kept going. Please keep in mind this is all unpaid. So John told me to redo the drawings of the artists who left and didn't want him to use their art. I did about 6 drawings and then worked on my own stuff, but he kept messaging me. And I got sick of how demanding and ungrateful he was being. Good afternoon. How are you today? How is the art looking? Still haven't finished any. I'm a fill-in, not a main person. Or at least that's what I thought. What? You have a deadline, though. I thought I was filling in when I could. I didn't think I was a regular artist. When's the deadline? Am I supposed to redo all of the artwork from the artists you listed? May 30. Yes, and more. That's like 40 to 60 images in 2 months. No, it's not. How many is it? Girl, you have to redo all the ones that need to be redone, and then after that, you have to make up for the other scenes that haven't been drawn at all yet. That's what you have to do. If you get on it, you will get it done before the deadline. That's what happens when a bunch of artists leave the project and refuse to let me use their art. Just work on your pictures when you have time. Don't wait till last minute. You were supposed to give Twilight her glasses for the previous image, and you still didn't do that. And now you're offline? Really? I am sending a school email? I will do what I can when I can. My schoolwork takes priority. For God's sake, just get it done before the deadline. Otherwise, look at it this way. If the project doesn't get complete, then your artwork will be for nothing. Laddie, you're not paying me. I'm doing this in my free time. That's fine, but it's not my job. I'll do what I can when I can. Don't keep poking me about it, please. I will, because you are working for the project. And you're not just going to do it whenever you feel like it. That's not how it works. That's why there's deadlines. And if you don't meet them, then you are not suitable or capable of handling a project on this large scale. It would prove to be too difficult for you. I'm tired of having to replace artists. It's getting annoying. The same frames have been redrawn almost twice. I am a senior in high school and have classwork to do. I can handle large-scale projects, and I'm juggling about 3 right now. My own comic, my own voice-acted animatic, and organizing an art show. All of which have deadlines in school and can damage my college entry if I don't finish them. I am not getting anything out of this. I understood that I was a fill-in. I will help you when I can, but we're doing you a service for free. Please understand that. I will help you, and even if I drop, you can use my art. With credit. I don't intend to drop out, but this pony show is not my priority. I believe in this project, and I think it would be fun. But it's not something I'm going to leverage my scholarship on. All I'm saying is to get your artwork done in an orderly fashion, and, at the very least, get the drawings done. That's all I ask of you. Get your artwork done before the deadline. That's a big ask, and I will do as much as I can. That's a solid 15 to 20 drawings. You have until May 30th. That's approximately 48 hours of work for me. Why do you keep saying 15 to 20 drawings? There's a maximum of 9 pictures you have to redraw. I have them saved in a folder to redo. I believe there is not 20 that you have to do. There are 27 total that need replacing. I've done about 6 so far. There's 16, not 27. You said Artist 1, Artist 2, and Artist 3, and Artist 4 needed their drawings redone, right? Yes, and I counted. I just counted. I also counted. You have 16 left. Do I have to show you every single picture you haven't done yet? Maybe your artist wouldn't leave if you weren't so rude to them and demanding of them. Keep my art, use it where you will. You wasn't there. They were rude to me. That's why I kicked them out. And plus, they proved that they are incompetent and couldn't work. I don't appreciate how you've been talking to me and constantly degrading me. Keep my art. I don't want to work with you anymore. Are you serious? You are rude and demanding of a free service I am offering you. You may use my art, but I don't want to continue working with you. Good day. Now wait a minute. You're just going to leave? Yes. There's nothing keeping me here. I don't like being talked down to. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to have to remove you from both chats. Already leaving. I hope your project goes well. Good luck. Well, it's not going to go well at this point. Treat your artists better. Because artist keeps flubbing leaving. They are giving you something for free. Yeah, because you treat us poorly. You text me upwards to 3 times a day asking about it. Because that's my job. I'm checking if you got them done and you are not slacking off. And when we don't meet deadlines you set, you tell us we're incompetent. It's not a job. You can't just demand free stuff, slap a deadline on it, and tell us we are wronging you. You don't even know the full story. Don't even talk about that. You wasn't there. You're new. Or at least was. You aren't paying us, ergo, it's not a job. All I ask of you now is to not use my ideas. Do not steal any type of information from this project. That's all I ask of you. I don't plan on it. Good. I wouldn't disrespect a writer like that. I do wish you luck and hope your project succeeds. Because unlike some people, I'm taking this seriously. Maybe watch some videos on how to manage people? As a writer, director, and voice actor. Good for you. Good luck. Fine. By the way, there is no point in me using your art. It would look inconsistent compared to the rest. That's why most of them have to be redone in the first place. Okay, laughing my butt off, your choice. That's just gonna press the deadline more. But do as you like, it's your project. I'm moving on, and you should too. Like I said, don't contact me, and do not use any of my ideas. Okay, bye bro, good luck, will do. And then after this happened, I talked to a friend I made through the project. One good part about this, and apparently there's been about 15 artists that have joined the project and left because of how he treats them. I guess people don't like to be talked down to. Who knew? That's crazy though. It's always the people who get stuff for free that are the most demanding, I find. Like, I've sold things on Facebook, and it's always when you sell something for really cheap or for free, and all of a sudden people just expect the world. Old Biddies by Tommy C. Okay, so last week I got a call from an old lady asking if I do gardening work for her. Just general weeding, hedge trimming, and lawn mowing. She mentioned in passing that she had a few brambles that needed nipping out quickly. Since I do gardening for a few elderly people, I didn't think much of it. I asked if I needed to bring any equipment, and she specifically said that everything I'd need was in her shed. The other day I had a day off and I decided to start early and do a couple other simple jobs beforehand. I don't get paid, but they'd probably break a hip trying to cut their own lawn, so I don't mind. When I got to her house, I realized I was in for a lot more work than I'd thought. The hedges looked like they hadn't been touched in years. Grass was knee-deep, brambles as thick as my thumb, and 3 small tree stumps in the back garden. Regardless, I'd said I was gonna do it, and the lady looked like she had trouble just getting out of her chair, judging by the amount of time it took her to answer the door. So I decided to press on and I asked her where her tools were. She pointed me to a shed with a door that looked like a dog had tried to chew its way through, judging by the scratches and general smell. It looked like nobody had been in there in years, judging by the dust and cobwebs. And the only tool in sight was an ancient-looking push-and-pull lawnmower. Fortunately, I had a pair of secateurs and a pickaxe in my car, so I get to work getting 2 of the 3 stumps out. I just used the secateurs to get rid of the brambles and cut the grass down to about 4 inches long, the old biddy watching me sweating my butt off the entire time. I asked for some water halfway through and she just looked at me like I'd pissed on her shoes. So I went back to work. When I was done, I took them back to my car and she suddenly started shouting at me to get the flubber back here with her secateurs. I locked my car and politely told her that I'd brought them with me. She didn't look happy, but I just ignored her and she disappeared from the window, so I thought it was over. A few minutes later, her daughter came storming over, screaming at me and threatening to call the police. I tried multiple times to explain, but she just wouldn't listen. All the noise she was making attracted the attention of the next-door neighbor. He'd been trimming his side of the hedges and had seen me bring my tools. He vouched for me and the daughter's attitude changed immediately, going from angry screaming to profusely apologetic. I was just done at that point, so I grabbed my tools and started walking to the car. The daughter looked panicked and started trying to guilt me into finishing the job, saying that her mother was just a poor senile old lady and I had to finish the job because I'd promised. I got in my car and drove off. The daughter's swearing at me. I got a few angry calls from the daughter and her boyfriend threatening to mess me up, so I'm definitely not going back. Even though I do feel bad about leaving someone vulnerable with a big half-finished mess. I am glad they didn't have my mobile number though. I made that mistake when I first started helping out. Some old people just don't seem to understand that no, I can't just leave work to buy you fish and chips or take you grocery shopping. Old people learning to text is also extremely frustrating. And getting angry texts from their kids because I don't fit my schedule around something they're perfectly capable of doing is more than a little frustrating. Old people tend to just pass phone numbers around to their friends without any consideration, so being able to just listen to messages and call people back when I get home is much easier. Update. On Sunday, the daughter of the nice old lady who gave the old biddy my number came around with a very nice vegetable lasagna as an apology. She's got kids on her own, so she appreciates all the help she can get. Apparently, once I figured out how to block the daughter and her boyfriend's numbers, they decided to ring the nice old lady. She said they had quite a lot to say, and she was pretty upset that they'd react like that. I got lasagna though, so I'm gonna count this as a win. When a situation is like really bad, but then your inner Garfield is just like, lasagna! I think maybe older people don't seem to understand how connected everyone is. Like, it's not like you call someone and they might be home. No, you have your phone on you constantly. And just because people are reachable all the time now does not mean that you should expect them to be just at a drop of the hat, ready to serve you. Canned Lady Temper Tantrum by Blaze. Hi, Ms. Roux. I have an entitled person story for you. So, my mom, amazing mom, love her more than life, works at a well-known dollar store where general things are sold. One of the things they do is, If you count all of your cans and give them to the cashier, they will give you the money for them, but only if they are clean. This will come into the story later. One day, while my mom was working, entitled Blob walked into the store with a grocery bag with cans in it.
Hi, I want to sell these. There's $2.40 in there.
I'm sorry, but I can't take these because they're all sticky. But if you clean them, I will gladly take them later. The entitled woman did not like this one bit. She decided to sit on the floor like a 2-year-old and have a fit. My mom had to call the police to arrest her so she would leave. And I'll never forget what she said on her way out in the silver bracelets. My husband is going to divorce me because you aren't taking these bottles. Maybe it's because you're getting arrested for throwing a temper tantrum like a toddler at the store? No, of course, you're right. It's because someone did not take your cans. That's definitely it. Flubber Fake Friends by Will. So I was friends with this girl we'll call D for 5 years when this happened. This happened when I was in grade 10, and the whole thing still angers me when I think about it. We were so close, sleeping over at each other's houses on weekends, helping each other with relationships, etc. We would do anything for each other. I thought I could trust her, especially since I originally came out as a lesbian in grade 9, and she was very supportive. She even helped me find a girlfriend. She was there when I was expressing my disgust and disconnect to my body. She was supportive of all that. So in grade 10, I came out as a trans man. It all added up pretty well at that point. I felt like I was stuck in the wrong body, etc. So one lunch period at school, I came out as transgender to her and a few others. I didn't trust the others as much. However, I felt as though they'd accept me if she did, as she acted as the leader of the friend group. When I finished explaining what being transgender meant, and that I would like if they used he, him pronouns with me, and my new name once I found one that fit, there was silence. Dee kept glancing at the others. She avoided eye contact as she stayed silent. Just know that this was 4 years ago, so I'm not certain about the dialogue. So, what do you think?
It's a joke, right?
She laughs. The others join her. I was shocked. She identified as bisexual, so I thought she'd understand and accept me, due to transgender was the T in LGBT. No, I'm not. I'm serious.
You do know that's super rare, right? A real tranny knows when they're like 7. You're 15.
I know being trans is rare, but I told you how I felt about my body and how I wish I was male.
I thought you were talking about your eating disorder.
My what? Sure, I didn't eat much at school, but that's just because I have anxiety about being watched eating. She knew that. I don't have...
Do you think we don't know? You go to the washroom after every lunch.
Because I drink a lot of water?
Because you want to puke.
I was taken aback. How does me needing to pee mean I'm puking? She has waited in the washroom with me. You'd hear that? I don't have... Never mind. I'm a guy. Can you accept me?
No. You are lying.
What? Why would I lie?
For attention. We all know that's all you want. Always going on about how you're uncomfortable in your own body. Fishing for compliments.
She kept going and going. The others kept agreeing with her. Soon enough, the bell for class rang. I stood up and stared at them with tearful eyes. This girl knew all of my secrets. She knew everything that no one else even knew. Yet, she threw me away like nothing. For the rest of the year, I stayed alone for the lunch period. Whenever I saw her, she'd say something like,
"Still trying to get pity?"
Or call me something like,
"Fake tranny."
Thankfully, I found a new group of friends the next year. Anyways, to the revenge! Dee had forgotten to take me out of her list of references for jobs. I didn't know this. So, one day while walking my dog, I got a phone call. This was about a month or 2 after what happened with her at lunch. It was a fast food restaurant, one I had gone to the day before, so I figured I left something behind and they somehow found my number? I'm not sure my logic, but I answered.
"Hello, is this Will?"
Hello, yes, it is.
"How are you?"
"I'm good, how are you?"
Good. Do you know Dee?"
I was taken aback. However, I remembered helping her make her resume and adding my information to her reference page. Yes, I do. I'm her classmate. Is this about her applying here? Yes, it is. Would you be able to answer a few quick questions about her to me? Of course. I'd love to help. Note that I can't remember the questions, so I'll sum it up. Do you think Dee is the right fit for the job as a cashier here? No. She has a very short fuse, is discriminatory, and is almost always late for class. I think you deserve a better employee. There was a pause. I bet she didn't know what to say.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, have a great day.
You too.
Joke's on her, I've been diagnosed with gender dysphoria by 2 professionals. I've been on testosterone for over a year, and I have top surgery scheduled for the 5th of June. Flub you, D. Flub you. To me, it kind of sounds like she's jealous. Like, the way she was, I feel like she was like projecting the whole doing it for attention thing. Maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe she's not actually that bisexual. Maybe she's just doing it for attention. And then she was just like, oh my God,
Will is gonna one-up me for attention.
It's like, okay. Sounds like D is doing it for attention. Good on you though, Will. I'm really happy that you found yourself and am happy in your own body now that you're getting to where you want to be. I always think to myself that I don't understand why people are so transphobic, because I know within myself, like I feel like I'm a girl. And when I think of if I was born in a boy's body, for instance, but I would feel just as strongly that I was a girl, that's probably what it's like to be transgender. And I don't understand how people don't empathize with that. You know, we've come so far in cosmetic surgery and everything. Like, why would you be against people living their life to the fullest? I don't understand that. So I support you, Will. All the way, I'm in your corner. That's all I have for you this time, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Thank you so much for submitting them. If you have stories that you want me to read, do submit them on my website, link below. And subscribe for more fun stories I post every Friday. Other than that, I have social media you can follow. Links in the description if you want to see what I'm up to. It's probably boring. But hey, thank you for watching. You are awesome.